On Dispatch tonight, your layout photos, the question of the week, and a big shout out. Starting right now. Good evening. You're watching Dispatch, the weekly show for model railroaders. I'm Roy Smith, your dispatcher. Thank you for joining me tonight. As I said, we have your layout photos, the question of the week, and a big shout out coming up on tonight's show. First up, your layout photos. I'd like to thank all of you who posted photos of your layouts in our Facebook group this week. As always, I have brought them over here to Dispatch to share with everyone. And here they are. After the show, be sure to go over to the Facebook group, join the group, and post a photo of your layout there because we'd like to see what you're doing on your layout. Remember, it doesn't matter what scale you model in. I will put a link down below that will take you to the Facebook group. You will know you're at the right place when you see this photo of Echo Canyon on my layout. Next up on tonight's show, the question of the week. This week's question or questions are, 1. Do you post model railroad videos on your YouTube channel? And 2. Have you completed the About page on your channel? For the first time ever, I put these two questions right in the video in the form of a poll. We'll look at your responses to the two questions in a moment. But first, let me mention that to respond to any YouTube poll, you have to click on the card that looks like an eye in a circle in the upper right-hand corner of the video. And when you do that, the poll opens like this. Then you choose your responses, and the poll is supposed to stay open until you click on the X at the top right corner of the poll. Well, that's how it's supposed to work, but of course, all of this assumes that I know how to create a poll and that I can explain how to make the poll work. And those are both risky assumptions. It did seem to work for most of you, but if it didn't work, you were able to respond to the questions in the comments section. I took your responses from the poll itself and from your answers in the comments section, and I integrated them to create this chart. To my surprise, the percentages turned out to be almost exactly the same as if I had only used the poll results from the video itself. Now, in response to the first question, do you post model railroad videos on your YouTube channel? 47% of you said yes, you do, and 53% said no, you do not. Those of you who do post model railroad videos made the following comments. You like to do it because it's a great way to document the construction and operation of your layout. It allows you to show your techniques for accomplishing tasks on your layout. And it's a great way to share the hobby with others. And those of you who do not post model railroad videos said, you are content to watch other people's videos. You don't have a model railroad at this time. Posting videos takes a lot of time and effort. And you don't have the skill or equipment needed to make quality videos. Those are some of the comments that all of you made. But remember, the percentages that you see on this chart reflect only your responses. They do not reflect the behavior of the model railroad community at large. And the second question, have you completed the About page on your channel? 38% of you said yes, you have, and 62% said no, you have not completed an About page on your channel. A few of you said that you don't know where to find the About page. Let me just mention that you can go to an About page on any channel just by clicking on the About tab near the top of a channel. I personally believe that completing the About page is very important, although often overlooked. Why do I believe it's so important? Because it briefly describes the type of content that you publish on your channel. It gives visitors to your channel a chance to learn more about you and your channel. It may help to convert visitors to your channel into subscribers by explaining how your channel can benefit them. And I'll let you in on a little secret. When I'm putting together a big shout out for dispatch, the first place I go to find out about you and your layout and your channel is the About page. I've had an About page on my channel from the get-go. I hope you won't hesitate to complete the About page on your channel. Now, we do have a question for the coming week, and here it is. What is the main thing that you are doing on your layout right now? Choose one of the following. I know it's hard to pick just one because we normally work on various tasks at the same time and therefore want to pick more than one. But pick the one you're focused on right now. Is it layout planning, benchwork, trackwork, wiring, ballasting, structures, weathering, scenery, operations, or something else? Please specify. I will also put this list in the description to this video down below. Choose one and tell us which one you picked in the comments section. Other people may be working on the same thing that you are working on, and when they know what you're working on, they can share their experience in that task with you. After all, the best thing about model railroading is sharing the hobby with others. I thought of posing the coming week's question as another YouTube poll. But YouTube polls allow for only 5 responses to any given question, and this week's list contains double that number. Well, as always, I will summarize your responses to this question in Dispatch next week. Again, the question for the coming week is, what is the main thing that you are doing on your layout right now? Look for this same list down in the description to this video. And now it's time for tonight's big shout out. And tonight's big shout out goes to John Crowdis and his channel JC's Rip Track. John says that his channel tackles the basic question of where do I start when weathering my models? He said his goal is to introduce you to the process of weathering. On his channel's About page, John writes, JC's Rip Track is a channel dedicated to taking the mystique out of painting and weathering trains by exploring techniques where people with all levels of experience can learn to improve the results. John knows weathering can be intimidating and frustrating, but he is an experienced modeler and painter, and he wants to share his secrets with you. So, John's channel focuses on weathering and painting, but it also includes layout construction and operations, layout visits, train shows, book reviews, and weathering contests. All right, let's go over and take a look at a clip from one of John's videos right now.
Have you ever wanted to weather stuff on your model railroad, but you had no idea where to start? I've got something to get you on the rails, coming up on JC's Rip Track. Hi there, my name is John, and welcome to JC's Rip Track. Weathering stuff on your model railroad, whether it is rolling stock, locomotives, buildings, or anything else, can be pretty intimidating. First, you may not want to spoil the pristine factory paint job and reduce its possible resale value. Second, you may not even know where to start. And third, maybe you've tried it and the pastels and chalks have just left your models looking dirty, and so you've been frustrated. Well, this channel is dedicated to taking some of the mystique out of both painting and weathering. And really, we all have to start somewhere. I've built and painted models across several different genres, and I've learned a lot of tricks and techniques along the way. And so I hope to share them with you in this channel.
Okay, you've had a chance to see a bit of one of John's videos here on Dispatch Tonight. Now you can go over to his channel and check out the rest of his videos. If you like what you see when watching his videos, don't hesitate to subscribe so that you don't miss any of his great upcoming content. I will put a link to John's channel down below. I did contact John and we had a very pleasant conversation. Isn't it amazing how often pleasant conversations seem to happen among model railroaders? John, I really like your channel. Thank you for letting me share it with everyone here on Dispatch Tonight. Now, if you still haven't seen my most recent layout video, it's called Rail Fanning on the Evanston Subdivision. In it, we chase Union Pacific Steam Locomotive 844 at the head of an excursion train across the high plains of Wyoming and through the canyons of Utah without even leaving my layout room. I will put a link to this video down below. Remember to respond to the question for the coming week in the comments section. And also remember, there are tons of other videos for you to watch right here on this channel. You can go to two of them just by clicking over here. Or you can go to my videos page and browse around. Well, thanks for letting me share the world's greatest hobby with you on Dispatch Tonight. I'm Roy Smith. Until next time, happy railroading.